I am tearing up.
I just about screamed right now, and I'm not even there.
Now that's inspirational, Natalie. I feel inspired today.
I could be here for another hour.
And then I was talking to my class. There were only 2 of us, and the other guy was in the hospital. So here I am.
And I always go, he winds up homeless on the street. It's my fault.
Yeah, now you sound like my wife.
And you can get off.
I don't know. Call it Google. Call it Google.
Yeah. Control. Alexa, how does he get across?
Paul, I cut you off earlier. What were you going to say?
What?
Dang it! Don't do that to me, Paul. Don't do that to me, man.
I don't know what got into my head, but I thought this thought, if I'm working year round, I might as well get paid year round.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sweet Talk, our weekly podcast here at Idaho State University Continuing Education and Workforce Training. It's me, your host, Paul Dickey, here at Continuing Education. And of course, I've got Gary Salazar, my co-host, as always. Gary, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Paul. Thank you very much. Am I on your right side or on your left side of the screen?
You're on my left side, man.
On your left side. Well, that's right, because you're on my left side. Glad we got that straight.
Yes. So I hope I did a little better intro than I usually do. I'm practicing my radio thing.
You're doing good, man.
Thanks.
You're going to get a new job. I can tell.
I am. I got those applications out, man. I've got those applications out. So today, Gary, we have a nice guest with us. Oh, well, a couple of people, as always. I'm going to start referring to as Angie as our other co-host. She's been with us quite a bit. Angie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really, really well. I'm pretty excited today. I participate in some of the activities that the your program puts on, specifically the 5Ks. And that's just, I know it takes so much work and effort for you to put those community events on. And I can tell you, I love showing up in the morning at the day of those races and seeing so many of our community members and repeat community members at those events. So it's what you do is very much appreciated.
Hey, that's cool. Hey, Angie, for those of you who are tuning in, who may not have seen her before, she's our new marketing coordinator here in Continuing Ed and Workforce Training. She's been doing an awesome job. Some cool stuff coming down the road on that. Thank you for joining us, Angie. Appreciate that. Paul, thanks for the intro. Hey, everybody. We are joined today by Maren Hunter. Maren is working out at Pocatello Parks and Rec. And this is actually a follow-on idea we had from an event, podcast we had maybe a couple of years ago with another director, coordinator who's working out there named Lance. And we thought with the summer, this would be a great thing to talk with them again and see what's going on in our community, the activities they put on and all. And this is what we're going to go towards. So Maren, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you being here. I'm so sorry I called you late last minute, and thanks for making that room to be here. Appreciate your taking the time to do this thing here. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. It's our pleasure. Thank you. Hey, we'd like to get started, though, by asking you maybe a little bit of a background check. What is your background on this? And I got an interesting question. Were you with ISU before? Because I saw your name with an ISU EDU tag on it. So did you also work here or come through this school?
Yes. So I am originally from Twin Falls, or that area. Went to high school there. Came up here to ISU, got my bachelor's and then a master's. So yes, I have been here, was here for 5 years, went back down to CSI, College of Southern Idaho for a year. I was the outdoor recreation coordinator there for a year. And then now I'm back up here as the outdoor recreation manager for the city of Pocatello.
Well, cool. Congratulations on that role. I'm sure that's a bit busy one for you,
Yes.
Especially considering we pulled you away a little bit today.
Yep.
I really look to learn more about what that role is. What are you covering? It's got to be, a lot of activities, a lot of events going on. Angela referred to some of that. Can you tell us a little about what Parks and Rec, what is doing with activities out there this summer? Because that's what we want to hear.
Sure. I'm going to talk specifically about the outdoor rec.
Okay.
First, I can go a little bit broader, but as Angie already talked about, I actually recognized your name because of the fun runs. I wasn't sure where I recognized it from, but I do look at a lot of names. So we put on what we call the Portneuf Valley Fun Run Series, which is 5 fun runs throughout the summer, starting in May. Sorry, we just had our 3rd fun run. And so we do 1 a month. So if people enter into 4 of the 5 races, then they get a hoodie at the end from our sponsor. And then each race they can sign up for a specific race as well. We do 2.5K walk or run, 5K walk and run, and 10K walk and run. So I have inherited a pretty awesome staff that has it down to a science. And so I do a lot of the prep work for it, but other than that, they take care of it. They're fantastic. So that's one of the big things we do in the summer. We also just this week started our teen and tween programs. So they're kind of a day camp type of thing where I think today they did rock climbing and then what we call egg drop. I think you may have heard of it before from, I think, fire trucks or something. Anyway, you take an egg and they put them in boxes and try to wrap it all up, and then they drop it. They're all hooked in, of course, and safe, but they drop it off the top of the Ross Park cliffs and see if their egg breaks or not. And so they have a competition about that. So I believe that's what they were doing today. So that goes for, I think 6 weeks. So started this week, we'll go through August. They do all sorts of things like we just talked about. They go to the zoo, Ross Park. We take them out to the wellness complex and do stand-up paddleboarding and kayaking and other fun games out there. I know our tweens they do sections of the Portneuf, of course, and all sorts of different things like that. Our teen program, we do an overnight trip with them.
Overnight trip where?
It kind of depends. I have different people that coordinate that. So don't honestly have a full answer for you. I'm not remembering off the top of my head right now.
Oh, that's okay. But that's for the teens. They sign up for that and they get to do an overnight trip.
That'll be the end of their.
Okay.
I can tell you, I went on one of those when I was in high school, and it was through the city of Pocatello, and it was a multi-day backpacking trip to the Grand Teton. So I believe we were gone 3 or 4 nights.
Wow.
That's fabulous.
That's adventurous.
Definitely changed from since then, but that's awesome that you were able to do that.
How cool is that? That is good. Okay, so we got some day camps coming in, some fun things in there. Teen Tweens, you got some fun runs. Does the outdoor program have anything for like more of the adults, the seniors? Do they do bike rides, or where's that going?
We don't really do many bike rides right now.
Okay.
But what we are doing is floating the Portneuf a lot.
Floating the Portneuf. Oh.
So on Wednesday nights, I believe, are float the Portneufs, and we do different sections we've done the lava section, Batista Douglas, Edson Pitcher, all those. And we change it up every time, or try to, as much as water levels will provide. And then on Tuesdays, we just got done with a series of intro to inflatable kayaking, where we did that. And I think today starts intro to inflatable stand-up paddleboards.
Wow.
Are these all ages?
Mostly adults.
Mostly adults. Okay.
I think it's 14 and over with an adult. I could be wrong, but it's mostly adults. And then yesterday, so last night, we had one of our stand-up paddleboard fitness classes at the wellness complex.
Wow. Is this with equipment that the adults or kids have to bring, or is that all provided?
It's all provided. You do have to pay a rental fee for them, but all of this equipment that we use can also be rented. So we have a full rental program with the city. And one of my staff members mostly coordinates that. And then we also had earlier in the year, we did an adult rock climbing class out at Ross Park.
Oh, on that wall.
Mm-hmm.
So there's
we do kids rock climbing every Thursday out there, but we did have a specific for adults earlier this year.
Boy, I drive by that face there off of Fifth Avenue, and it's like it gets a lot of use out there. It must be some good rock climbing.
Yeah, it's really, really cool and unique to have that in town. Yeah, so
definitely.
And that's well supervised, and they wear a harness and everything as they go up the wall. So it's very safe, isn't it?
Right. So that area is open for the public, and that's a climb at your own risk. But our programs, yes, they have everything. I do know because I worked it a lot. The ISU, the Outdoor Adventure Center, puts on open climb for the anybody, so students and community. When I was at school, I worked that a lot, and they do the same sort of thing. They have a permit with us to do that, and so that's also pretty cool, open thing for people to go and do if they want to learn how to rock climb.
Yeah, very, very neat. And when you say learn how to rock climb, like I like to climb like monkey bars, but you're talking about actually with a rope, with a harness, supervised climbing like that, which is really, really good, especially here with the Tetons and all, getting that basic training down and then being able to go do it.
And City of Rocks is a internationally known area for rock climbing.
I haven't been there
I
yet.
don't know this. What is City of Rocks?
It's towards, isn't it towards Twin Falls? You go to City of Rocks, and you turn left, right?
Yep. It is. You should look it up. Some granite out there that it is very, very well known in the rock climbing community.
Wow. So
we gotta check that out, Paul.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look at me. Like I'm ready to go.
There's some beautiful hiking.
Have you not seen that these arms are rubber bands?
Oh, he's kidding you. Come on, we can do that. You've done what's that 14er here or 12-pointer here we have here in Idaho, the mountain. Starts with a B.
Bora.
Bora.
I did not. Yeah, I did Mount Bora. Yeah. I'll never do that again. And that's not rock climbing. Mount Bora is not rock climbing. That's just torture. That's just torture. So if someone is taking a lesson in rock climbing, is there obviously that's baby steps. They're starting there, and that's the first thing that they can do. Do you have any suggestions when someone says, okay, I'd like to do more, but I'm definitely not ready for advanced, but what could I do? Do you have suggestions for someone for the next step when they do that?
Well, we do. That's kind of where our adult rock climbing classes come in. We have a beginning and then we have an intermediate. So we teach them how to go out on their own, kind of do some basic climbing. And then we do kind of offer some private lessons as well. That's pretty on a instructor availability basis, but there is kind of that option as well.
Now, do you have suggestions for locations that go, oh, okay, you could go here next if you're interested?
Oh yeah. Our instructors have that down.
Excellent.
Yeah. Hey, by any chance, do you do anything with frisbees? For some of the rest of us out there, just going, hey, I just want to go throw a frisbee around and hike around, kind of like golf. Do we do anything like that?
Yeah, we do. So the Nordic Center, we run the Nordic Center, which is on Forest Service property. So we have a special use permit through them. We have 2 full 18-hole disc golf courses at the Nordic Center. We also have 3 in town, Sister City and Ross Park. So those we're kind of maintaining as well. But our local disc golf group helps us a lot with that. We're super appreciative of them. So yeah, we have the Nordic Center where we have the disc golf group helps put on tournaments up there. We're actually pretty out of that, but we're out there, maintaining and all of that good stuff.
Right.
Oh, that's so cool. You got a busy schedule.
Yes, we do.
So a lot of summer activities, but are there any winter activities that you guys do?
Sure do. So running the Nordic Center is mostly a winter place. So we groom trails up there for Nordic skiing, both classic and skate skiing. The Pocatello Cross Country Ski Foundation also helps us with grooming. Give a little shout out to them because they're fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
They groom 4 nights a week and we groom 3. But we have an A-frame up there, a yurt that can be rented out to stay overnight. That's in the winter.
I've done that.
Yay! It's beautiful up there. Any season. It is absolutely gorgeous up there. So we do lots of different programs through the winter. Our biggest one is the 4th and 5th graders in School District 25 and other surrounding areas come up. And we teach the 4th graders how to snowshoe and do little activities with them. And then the 5th graders how to ski. So my predecessor, Lance, he remembers as a kid going up and learning how to cross-country ski up at the Nordic Center. So it's been going on for decades. So that's a really cool thing that we're able to do. We are also open Friday, Saturday, Sunday throughout the winter season. And so we're open for rentals. People can come up, rent snowshoes, cross-country skis, tubes to go sledding, because we have a little sledding hill up there. So we're pretty busy.
That's neat. That is so much fun.
I can tell you the Nordic Center also, what's a little bit unique about them is they do have some designated trails that dogs can go on.
That's right.
I'm taking my dog up there so people can go skijoring with their dogs.
Go what? Go what?
Skijoring?
Skijoring?
That's the only way I can cross-country ski. It's when you attach your dog to you and your dog pulls you along.
Yes. And you call that
cajoring? Does a dog enjoy cajoring?
Oh, my dog loves it. In fact, I went up a few years ago and I took my dog. I went with a friend of mine that's a firefighter, and I hadn't been in years. And he kept complaining about how hard it was. And I'm like, this is so easy. And he's like, give me the dog. And I'll tell you what, the dog made it so much easier on me. But he's like, I have Aussies, so they're very energetic dogs. And in the winter time, it really gives them a good, enjoyable activity to do.
Mm-hmm. Burn up some of that energy on them too. Yeah, wow.
That's cool. Great.
Yeah, what I'm finding is listening is we've actually participated in some of your services I did without even knowing.
Oh.
Yeah, because I did the yurting. She's done the trails. So if someone was, wanted to find out what your schedules were and what your events were, how would they find out about that?
Sure. Best way is to just go to pocatello.us and then click on Parks and Rec. So if you want to register for things, you can go to register.pocatello.us. Any of our rentals will be at rent.pocatello.us. But on our website, you're going to be able to see all of that information that I just told you about. Also, we manage the City Creek trails.
I've been up City Creek tons of time.
Most people have.
Yes.
So my staff and I were working on, there's a bunch of stuff going on that we're trying to be on top of up there and help make those trails better and better for all users. So that's another big part of what we do as well. But
that's so cool.
A new updated map is on our website, and so you'll be able to see all those things there.
Oh, okay. So obviously, when you took this position, Maren, you took the position as we were coming kind of off the pandemic, and people were starting to maybe recreate more. So, what kind of challenges has that been?
Well, it's been interesting. Actually, kind of through the pandemic, a lot of people went outside.
Okay.
Everybody started kind of moving outward a little bit. Our fun runs did take a hit, just because of the nature of what they are. So those have been climbing just a little bit, which is really good. But yeah, we have a pretty big demand for a lot. Our Nordic season was probably one of the busiest we've ever had. I think just looking back at some of our records, and I started January 3rd, January 3rd, right when the Nordic season was taking off. So that was a little overwhelming for a bit, but it was really cool to see how many people were outside, and keep watch. We have a Nordic free day, which is normally one of the first Saturdays in January. And so everybody can come up and use the trails and everything for free. But yeah, that's what I started in.
Wow. So cool. Our timer is going off, but I got to ask this other question. What you do, it sounds like so much fun. If somebody was interested in working with you, becoming part of your staff, I mean, I don't know, do you take volunteers? Do people come out and say, hey, I just want to work with you guys on a trail or something? Does that happen? Do you get those kinds of inquiries?
Yep, we do all the time. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so super! And you welcome those. You take on extra help wherever it's offered.
Like for our fun runs, we rely on a volunteer base to help us. A lot of the trail work that we do, we can kind of put a request out, and there's a lot of people that want to help. People, after our comprehensive plan with the city, people love getting outside. They love our park system. So people really want to help make it better. So we have that set up. We use volunteers at the Nordic Center all the time. And we'd be happy we have work days for people to earn their passes, everything like that. Yeah, please.
And they would get a hold of you the same way by going to the website?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Another question. We come and we work for you and then we get free passes. Is that right?
Yes, that is how our Nordic Park Center works. We have 2 Nordic work days in October, kind of, getting firewood ready, a whole bunch like snow fence up, all that good stuff. If you work, I think it's 10 hours, you get your season pass.
What a deal. Awesome.
Yeah. And since you opened that up, sorry, one more thing.
Go for it.
Go for it.
We are hiring too. So if you want to come work for us, I just told you that we're very busy. So
yes,
be aware of that. But it's a fun little program and always looking for some help. So
excellent.
Great. Hey, Paul, we unfortunately, as good as this conversation is, we're past our 20 minutes. We need to start wrapping this up, man.
I know. It's Maren. I told you it goes by fast. So if anyone wants to get hold of us, they can email us at cetrain@isu.edu. You can also check out our website at cetrain.isu.edu. And of course, you can call us at 208-282-3372. Maren, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Angie, always. And Gary, I'll see you next time, man.
Hey, man. Yeah, I learned this new word called scajoring or something in the wintertime, and we had a fantastic guest from Parks and Rec.
Angie's ruined my whole week because now I have to figure out how am I going to fit cajoring into a sentence later on this week.
With a cup of coffee, yes. Oh, incredible. Thank you, Maren. Thank you,
thank
Angela.
you.
Hey, Paul, you all take care out there. Be safe.